Hello friends, welcome back to the my channel mySMHelp.in. In this video, we will look about the SAP Digital Manufacturing Cloud. Why SAP Digital Manufacturing Cloud? Because as you are aware that earlier we had SAP ME, SAP MII, and there is not a lot of innovation that is happening in that, and I think it also comes with some deadline on which this maintenance or any new processor are going to be done. I think it is around 2027 or something. It's all going to done. And since a lot of cloud capabilities are all coming up, so SAP has come up with this latest innovation, which is called as the Digital Manufacturing Cloud. This is a cloud-based solution, which comes with a lot of integration and also with a lot of embedded intelligence also for the manufacturing process. Many people have a basic thought of how this DMC works. Actually, the SAP DMC is not a standalone system. This actually gets coupled with an ERP. It can be SAP HANA Cloud or other systems, and most of the planning will be done in the our ERP systems like it can be HANA Cloud or it can be other ERP systems, right? So once the planning is done, especially for the manufacturing orders, like the demand portion, the order entry, MRP, everything will run there. And then let's say we have the planned orders also, and then we also have the production orders created. So planning is done at that level. So these created orders, actually these firm orders are then transferred to the DMC system. Okay, so the DMC system starts the task after that only. Like all the released orders only will land to the DMC, and from there it helps us to manage the execution on the shop floor. There are different modules at a high level. If you see, it will try to schedule it. It will try to schedule it at the machine wise, labor wise. If you have some tools, then these tools can also be managed. So a lot of this execution and control happens this. And then since we are talking about digital, this will enable us for the kind of a paperless offers and more online transactions, live analysis, etc. In the digital manufacturing cloud, this actually comes with different capabilities. If you see the right side, I have mentioned about what are all the capabilities that these DMC comes in. One is called as the execution, or it is called as a digital manufacturing execution. Here, it helps you to get the orders and then confirm that, etc. and all. A POD designer is nothing but production operator dashboard. This production operation dashboard is kind of a UI, which is kind of a plug and play, and we can configure it earlier in the instance of if in case if you're working on S4 HANA, then you can see you have only one confirmation screen. But with the POD designer, you will have multiple ways. Like you can configure yourselves to report a start or report a non-confirmation or report a end, capture the time, and even to record the results, what all the things, etc. All these things can be done through the POD designer. Then we come to the resource orchestration. So resource orchestration helps us to schedule the resources. Okay, so which order has to start when? It is like our detailed scheduling board only. So it helps you to schedule it. It helps you to allocate the tools. It helps you to see the start and end time. It helps you to manage the capacities. So those are the things which are done in the resource orchestration. Production connectivity model. This is more about the plant connectivity process. In case if you wanted to have a full control, like you wanted to measure some temperature of the oven, and if you wanted to even increase or decrease the temperature of a oven or some other connected machines, then this production connectivity model is one area which will help us to achieve all those things. Production process designer is kind of a shop floor designing tool. It's not the real time designer part. Yeah, so this actually helps you to design the shop floor, for you to understand how the layouts are there, and what are all the machines lying and how the process flows, etc. and all. This is also has a different capabilities, but more from the execution point of view. If you see, we may be using more on the DME, we may be using on the pod, we will be more on the resource orchestration. These are the areas where we will have a day-to-day integrations. Insights is one area where a lot of analytical is happening on the analytical is like you can do a live monitoring, you can do operational analysis, yeah, analytics, and then we have the analytical portion. So a lot of analytics happens on this. There is something called manufacturing data objects. So all these things are recorded there, and it helps us to analyze whenever we wanted to do more things. And these APIs can also be exposed. So that means we can build in our own reports if you want more. And this DMC, uh, one of the biggest innovation I will consider here is the AIML scenarios. The AML scenarios is like they have come up with the machine learning capabilities and also the artificial intelligence part. Like one thing that I understood is like, let's say if you wanted to dynamically increase your inspection, or if you wanted to know based on your past histories, okay, these products needs additional visual inspection or additional inspection, those all can be triggered through this, or at least those kind of informations can be brought in back here. So those kind of capabilities have been built in, but then yes, this is a growing area, so a lot of things has to be considered here, but then they have come up with some possibilities to address this one also. I just kept this as an intro video, not much other than this. I'm going in detail. We will try to cover other aspects of every sub modules in the subsequent sessions. Okay. Thanks, guys. This is a new area of continuously learning on this part. If you have some experiences and if you want to share, or if there is any questions, leave your comment. Uh, Catch you up. Thank you.